Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm continuing down this path of the Carter series, and I'm looking at the Carter 2, which was released in 2005. This was a quick sequel to what would become one of his well-known album series. The Car was a successful album and practically showcased at this time what Lil Wayne was capable of doing. Yes, he did have some great songs and albums before he took off with The Car, but I feel he's most well known with this series, even if you mention his name to someone who knows little about him and his discography. I personally feel that The Carter 2 has to be the best one of this series. Yes, I do enjoy the other four albums off the series, as they all have their great tracks, but I feel this one has to be the best in terms of production, beats, lyrics, flows, and so on. Without this album and how successful it got, there would have not been three more sequels in the coming years. With that being said, let's see how well I do say and think of this album. I saw my video for the first installment did decently, so let's see if I can bring that viewing base back for today's video. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into this album. This is his fifth studio album that was released on December 6, 2005. Practically continuing the same amount of tracks as its predecessor, the album has a runtime of about 1 hour and 17 minutes and contains three singles. They are Fireman, Hustler Music, and Shooter featuring Robin Thicke. This time around, The Carter 2 was produced by Birdman and Ronald Slim Williams, among others. Features on the album include Corrupt, Currency, Robin Thicke, Nikki Kinyard, and Birdman. Again, I like to hit on briefly. I feel this is one of the best installments of the series so far, and I really enjoyed this album. Now, let's go ahead and hop into some of the tracks. We start the album off with The Mob. The track contains a sample of Moment of Truth by Willie T. I feel it's a great track to start off with, especially with its more trap-like sound of the 2000s. I always felt this style of trap hit different, maybe because that's why I grew up with when listening to some rap in this era. I personally loved the flow and lyrics on this track as well. I'm surprised this isn't the first track on the album to continue off from the original The Carter, but the next track is Flyin'. Again, I did enjoy the instrumental on this track. One of my favorites off this album is Fireman. I always enjoyed this track. I loved this track from the start with the sound of sirens to even when the beat kicks in. I loved his entire flow and lyrics on the track, with some of the lyrics being a little odd or referencing something else. I'll quickly hit on the Block skits. There are three of them on the album. Even with their short run times, I felt they were enjoyable and did have some memorable lines or moments upon them. I felt Lil Wayne was the best rapper alive on this album. I feel best rapper alive practically boasts himself of saying that, of course. He's the best rapper that's currently out there, and no one can top him or even come close in any way. I feel this comes from the success he had from The Carter, which, again, came out the year prior to this album, The Carter 2. Now we slow down a little bit on Hustler music. I feel this was one of the more enjoyable tracks on the album, even if there are some other memorable tracks on here. I just love its overall sound and style. I'm gonna finish this off with Fly Out. This closes out the album similarly to what Walkout did on The Carter. I feel this is a great track to end the album off with. I love the whole instrumental alongside production, and it seemed just like a fun track. My favorite tracks are Fireman, The Mob, Best Rapper Alive, Lock and Load featuring Corrupt, Hustler Music, and Fly Out. Today, of course, I'll have to be giving this album a 5 out of 5. I just feel it's a great and enjoyable album. Over 18 years later, or almost 18 years later. Yeah, again, felt this was pretty enjoyable. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Tomorrow, I'll be looking at Crying, Laughing, Loving, Lying by Lobby's Afraid. Next week, I'll continue The Carter series by looking at The Carter 3.